This is the first time for me presenting in front of any retail audiences. Otherwise I've been in front of store owners, store managers, and otherwise presenting. I just wait for my presentation to come up. So, next. Sorry. So just before even I get into what MobMary is, I want to just take a second talking about what is that opportunity we're chasing. There's a lot of conversation about how online is eating the lunch of retailers or how offline is impacted significantly. But the reality of the business is that online is still a very small percentage of the entire commerce in this country. If you look, the colors don't do judgment to this, but today it's about 1% is online commerce and the rest is offline commerce. And if you take organized retail segment, it's about 15–17% altogether. So the opportunity in there is significant. That's the opportunity that we're chasing. So if online is something that consumers are getting used to, and offline is where the content is or where the merchandise is, what is the role digital is going to play in the long run? If you actually look at this data sheet, this is actually data that came out from Boston Consulting Group. It primarily says there's a large opportunity of people, a very large percentage of people are going to be digitally influenced to actually walk to the store and make a transaction, which primarily means that people will look at their mobile devices or online devices first when they're looking for something specific. And you look at 2020, you're almost talking about 25% of all those decisions that are going to be made by people who are online first. One of the biggest things that we are seeing in consumer perception, consumer usage, is that consumer behavior itself is changing. When I talk to a lot of retailers around the country, though I've done pilot in a very small base in Bangalore, one of the things that I consistently hear from them is walk-ins are falling. We don't have great traffic between Monday to Friday. Saturday and Sunday is pretty much good. Monday to Friday, is there something that we could do, which is taking digital into account or taking online into account and what can be done? So if you actually look at some of the changing consumer behaviors, we're talking about multiple scenarios of how people shop. If influence is online, we're talking about pre-shopping, which is almost saying, I want to check what is available at a particular place before I go and shop. Today, we don't have that opportunity. When I get into a location, be it a mall, be it a high street, the opportunity is very large. The number of stores are far and wide. How do I know what to get where? If I know what I want to buy, if I know which brand I want to buy into, it's a lot easier. But if I know what I want to buy, but I don't know where to get that brand, how do I find that? It's very difficult. There's nothing that's available for us to find. And finally, it's all about, if digital influence is very large, what about inspiration? What about trends? Everything that the retail industry today does largely. So one of the things that we're doing as MobMary is actually taking this whole concept of driving people from online to offline, because if we believe that online has a great opportunity and offline is where content exists or merchandise exists, we're talking about how can we take that opportunity and drive them into offline. One of the things most merchants need today is a platform, and simple. If you look at you all are retailers out here, and we all know how it's structured in this country. Majority of those stores are independent stores. A lot of them are franchisee-owned stores. There are very few brand-owned stores. But what is available to them at their disposal today to create something which is unique, differentiated, to take their content? Stores spend a lot of money decorating their front window. If a consumer is not in front of that window, he doesn't know what is available inside the store. Now we're talking about an opportunity of taking that window and getting into users' phones and being able to engage with users. And beyond everything else, as in, one opportunity is to say that we take it to the consumer, but the second opportunity is about saying, what is this consumer doing? Do we know what the consumer is doing? What is the action that he's taking? What are the kind of things that are working in my store? What are the kind of products that people are liking or otherwise? And of course, people are used to great shopping experiences, and they expect pretty much similar thing to happen to them here. So what's MobMary? MobMary is an online commerce platform that helps consumers and retailers to be on the same platform. Our revenue model is based on technology licensing. This technology licensing is a very simple math. It starts at $500 and goes up to $3,000. There are a bunch of things that we do, including beacons, heat map generation, omni-channel POS, and a bunch of things. So can you just play that video for me, please?
The retail industry in India is $600 billion strong, and it's one of the fastest growing markets in the world. But shopping habits are changing.
Sorry. Possible? Sorry for this, really sorry for this. Yeah. Oh, can you give my slides back? So it's simple. Mobberry is actually an online platform that is across PC, web, and mobile devices, where a retailer can, we have a platform that allows for a retailer to connect to the POS directly, or if today technologies don't help us connect to the POS directly because of whatever challenges at the retail front, we have a bunch of curators who are available at location, who curate stuff from your stores and actually display it on, it goes onto the app platform, which is Mobberry, where consumers can, actually I don't even know if you can share this. Mobberry is available for download, and if anybody wants to see this demo, I can do this separately. If video comes on, it'll be great. But people can actually see what is available at the store nearby. So the greatest difference between this and Google is that Google helps you where the store is. We actually take you inside the store, which technically means that if I want to find something inside a particular store, here is the product that'll help you. Apart from that, we have some interesting things that we've built into the product. We have over 50 brands that are already on our platform. Can you give me the slide decks, please? It's okay, we don't do the video. We're already about 50 platforms, 50 brands that are on our platform. And I want to show you something even more interesting, which is around this whole thing of what we call as, just give me that 1 minute back. Yeah. So we started with a simple pilot in Indiranagar. We didn't want to take it across the country, so we spent about 6 months building this product together. We started with the pilot in Indiranagar. And VR Mall. We have over 50 retail businesses in Indiranagar which are on our platform. We've seen some fantastic traction in there. We have a large number of unique users, engagement on the platform. We've seen conversions. We're driving large number of footfalls, because one of the biggest promises of this platform is to drive footfalls to retail by enabling people know what is available at the nearest retail or nearest store. One of the other things that I wanted to show you apart from that, so this is the platform. We have online as well as mobile platform. We have personalization, which primarily allows for a consumer to pick what his favorite things are, so you don't show anything beyond that. So we allow for a brand to reach out to a consumer and talk to him when he needs and the way he needs. Apart from that, we're building a true online to offline business model, where we're allowing for consumers to actually connect with retailers real time when they're thinking about something. This is a platform that we are going to roll out in the next couple of months. The other interesting thing that I want to talk about, and we've done, sure. So I wanted to, I would encourage you to download the app and try it out, because I don't think I've been able to do justice to what the product is. But we have very interesting image search and other things that I can show you. I'm open to questions.
I have a question.
Yes.
As a store owner in, let's say, Indiranagar, you will show to the customer what my store has in terms of the promotions and merchandise. And we know that shopping in India is pretty localized. You go to the store which is closest to you.
Right.
Your app actually tells a customer all the things that is not in my store as well, and may drive the customer away.
No, we don't do that. So the inventory that comes to us actually comes from the store merchant. If we're not connected to the POS directly, which is real time, we actually sync up by end of day to figure out.
No, I mean that you will show what's in my store,
Sure.
but you'll also show what's in his store,
Sure.
and therefore they may like what's in his store better than what's in my store, and I'm closer to the customer's house, but they may go there because the
So the biggest problem today is about the fact that people don't know what is available where, which is one of the biggest reasons we believe that there is a gap, and we are actually bridging the gap. More people come to our destination, fabulous.
You have the same challenge as any other e-commerce platform would be, is to how do you reach out to the mobile of the consumer? What is your customer acquisition strategy?
Sure, sir. So one of the things that we understand this very well, one of the biggest challenges that we understand is consumer acquisition strategy. And when we did this pilot, we realized that there is a huge opportunity for us. At the same time, there is also a big challenge. One of the big things that we're driving through is what we call as stories, because inherently people are used to stories. Inspiration becomes a large part of our whole conversation. When we're talking to brand owners across the country, one of the things that we see time and again with brands is the fact that they do a fabulous shoot. There's a story behind everything that they're putting together as per season's collection, but that story is not getting out in front of people. We're actually using the power of the brand and the power of the web to connect to the people.
My question is what is your customer acquisition cost and strategy?
Sure.
And what is your business model? You are not selling, you are connecting a seller
Correct.
to a consumer. So are you working on a commission?
Yes. So I'll tell you, my first part of your question about what is my customer acquisition cost. In our first part of it, we have over 85,000 unique users and about 50,000 app downloads. We spent about 9.5 lakh rupees. So truth to be said, today, most of these consumer acquisition costs doesn't make any meaningful sense at all, simply because you can get a large number of downloads, but if people don't come back to shop, to look at the product, to experience it, it's of no use. So that's the reason why we're going inspiration route, because we believe inspiration not only stays at that level, but actually extends all the ways to social and gets our people back. Yes, sir.
No, this is a question I think I had asked one of the colleagues earlier as well. Is the fact that there are only two types of customers. One who wants to transact on the phone and buy the product then and there, or a guy who wants to go to the store and buy the product. Maybe it's the same person.
Right.
So just seeing the pictures on the mobile phone, which itself is a lot of content creation and a cost involved in doing it, either you bear the cost or I bear the cost.
Right.
We do it. I'm not able to find the killer need for the consumer to either access it like this and then say, oh, now I found some great stuff, so let me go to the store. It's a click to collect, which very clearly says the fact that, okay, I can reserve everything, go to the store, pick up, and in the process I buy something else.
Correct.
So I'm just wondering, what is that intermediate phase that you're talking about where people want to see and then still go to the store and buy without having to...
So very clearly, as you said, there are two kinds of customers. First kind of customer is the guy who doesn't want to venture out, on-demand economy, I want to get it at home. So we cater to them. The second part of the customer is this customer who wants to go to the store, experience the store, touch, feel the product, wear the product, for which we actually connect him with the store, with the merchandise in there, and then we connect the retail merchant with the consumer, and we allow the transaction to go offline.
But what's the greatness of seeing it in this platform? Because one of the reasons why e-commerce buying of apparel is not that exciting is the way products look on
Correct.
the e-commerce website.
Correct.
Now you're giving exactly the same experience and saying, now imagine that if it's in a store, it's going to look even more beautiful, so go to the store and buy it. So as we are saying, there are some people who are buying it because of price and convenience and other reasons, sitting at home or click and collect and go to the store and buy. So I'm
Sure.
trying to understand this consumer.
So here is the story, sir. For me, for us, when we designed this product, it was about helping people walk into the store, right? So if the question is around saying, when I look at this product online, it looks the same. Yes, it looks the same. But the difference is just that the product that I'm looking for is at my reach. I can go get that product in the next 15 minutes. The product that's out there, I can go there, touch, feel that product. If I need to exchange the product, I can go back. So technically, what we're trying to do is to help consumer discover what is available in retail just around them, irrespective of whether they're at home, outside, or at an airport.
Sorry to be persistent, but
Please.
I still feel the fact that if it's not click to collect model, what value are you bringing?
No, absolutely. We have a model which allows for click to connect, but if you want to do true click to connect, you have to connect to the POS. Today, a lot of retailers don't allow us to connect to the POS for whatever technological reasons. So when it is allowed, we can connect. So there are some smaller designer boutiques that we today do, which is click to collect. And yes, we cater to that segment.
Sorry, one follow-up question. What's your repeat behavior of the 90K unique users so far?
So the first segment of our users was very limited. We actually saw almost 1.2, which was almost like not coming back. So when we rolled out the content model, which is what I call as the inspiration model, where content plays a significant role and product actually is at the bottom, you show inspiration and then go into product, we're actually seeing people coming back 3.5 times.
Thank you so much.